Yes, everybody. It is Monday. It is 6 o'clock UK time, and it's time for the Academy Show. It is indeed it's time for the world famous Academy Show, the only channel out there to do a show just for the Academy, and very important times, particularly under Graham Potter in terms of pathwaying in. And we've seen over pre-season lots. Am I a bit wonky? Yeah, I'm a little bit wonky. We've seen over pre-season the use of Academy players in terms of the first team preseason, like Preston Fearon and people like that, and a number of the Academy players out with the guys in America for the training and that type of thing. But what we do every Monday is we look at the Academy specifically, look at the players who've gone out on loan from the Academy, give you sort of match reports, any sort of news in terms of contracts, or we've signed any new people from the Academy. And then we talk about some of the games that have been played over the last week or so. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to give us a like as well. So no news as such in terms of developments with the Academy. But in terms of players out on loan, we spoke about Caelan because he's very much in the first. He's a first team player now. About his loan to Swansea and how he got on over the weekend in Hammers Headlines. So go and check that out, and also go and check out that Hammers Headlines, because at the end there's a little couple of minute clip from an exclusive interview we've got coming up on Sunday. Check that out. A very interesting My Hammers 11. So let's talk loan spells, and let's talk Michael Forbes. He's currently on loan at the Cobblers. No, it's true. Northampton Town. Kevin Nolan's Northampton Town. And he played last week and he played this week again, keeping a clean sheet as Northampton Town drew 0-0 at home to Bradford City in League One, playing the full 90 minutes as well, which is brilliant for Michael. I really like Michael Forbes as a player. I think he's got that Dawson-esque defender about him. Yeah, he can play a bit, he can play as well, but he's got that ruggedness, which I think is a really unusual quality now with defenders, but particularly younger defenders, sort of the older school like Lewis Dunk and James Tarkowski, those sort of tough defenders. They're sort of a bit of a dying breed now, but Michael's very much still there. So great to see him get a lot of minutes for us, and hopefully him and Caelan will come back next season with really good experience playing in league football. Gideon, he's on loan at Luton. There was no match day involvement for Gideon on the weekend, as Luton won 2-0 away to Peterborough, I think it was, in League One. I felt it's a bit bad. Mason Terry, full 90 and clean sheet for Braintree as they won 3-0 against Halifax in the National League at home. So great stuff. And also Braintree called the Iron. There we go. But great to get full 90 minutes for Mason. And he's had some really good Concord Rovers last season at AFC Hornchurch, but this being sort of a step up in the National League. Great that he got his debut, so to speak. And as I said, clean sheet, full 90. Great news. In terms of, it's obviously this week kicks off the Premier League 2, it kicks off the National League Cup, and also kicks off the Under-18 League, Premier League South Under-18 League. So the Under-21s, Under-18s had a couple of friendlies over the last week. Well, not so much a friendly for the Under-18s. They've been playing in the Next Gen Cup in Prague, where they played Michelad. They played, I can't remember the first side they played, but they lost. And then they played Rangers in the last game, and they rounded off their pre-season schedule with a narrow 4-3 defeat to Rangers under-19s in the 5th place playoff. Okay, of the 2025 Next Gen Cup in Prague. Obviously, the West Ham women are in Prague as well, having a tournament there as well. In a frenetic opening, both sides created early chances. Rangers struck first after just 2 minutes, and then West Ham equalised and they regained the lead and various. And then Rangers came to took the advantage from the penalty spot 5 minutes later from scoring his first goal. Did Christian Eady from Rangers score? And And despite late pressure from us, Rangers held firm to claim the win. A very productive pre-season for the under-18s, which has seen them in 7 fixtures over July and August. Laurie's young hammers now turn their attention to the start of the Premier League, under-18 Premier League South C campaign, which is away to last season's runners-up, Southampton, on Saturday. So good luck to them. In terms of players play, I'm just having a quick look at the side. I tell you, came on at half time, 𝗧𝗛𝗘, the guy we signed we signed technically midway through the season, but he signed, and his contract was in the summer, so we got him. Really interesting player, very quick. He's played Gaelic football as well, so strong, very strong as well. I'm gonna keep an eye on 𝗧𝗛𝗘. Just putting my pin in it. Interesting player. I think he could be quite interesting for us this season. Let's talk about the 21s. They played Ipswich Town, fellow PL2 opponents, in a friendly at Rush Green on Saturday afternoon, the same time as West Ham kicked off, pretty much, or a little bit earlier, with the Lille game. And we won. We ran off another productive pre-season schedule with a half-halt victory against our PL2 rivals, thanks to a Judy Robinson goal. He scored on the 72nd minute mark, as Mark Robinson's side gained the momentum in a very tight game. And now, obviously, we turn our focus to the beginning of the 25-26 campaign, which begins on Wednesday evening in the National League Cup against Woking. And then on next Monday, we might do an earlier academy show. I might do a little sort of a reduced academy show live from Rush Green, because I'll be there because they kick off their PL2 campaign at home to Nottingham Forest, 7 p.m. on Monday. Get down there. It's free for your season ticket holder, or £5 for adult. I think it's £1 for kids. Parking's a bit funny there at the moment now because there's building work and stuff, but there's plenty of parking around the outside. We can get a train or get a bus, to Rush Green. Very easy to. Bus stop straight outside the ground. So great to get a win. We were lucky. Tractor Boys, they pushed for an equaliser, but we ended the pre-season the best way possible for the under-21s. Just again looking at some of the players that were playing. It was quite a young side that started. The likes of Medine, Oyabade, Regan Clayton was captain, Riley, Hagen. Also interesting, Mamadou Kante started the game. He was taken off after 43 minutes. I think it might have been maybe a slight injury issue there, but he was taken off because it seemed everyone else was taken off on the 62nd minute. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 substitutes. 62nd minutes. Josh Landers started. Gabriel Kalista made some minutes. Bulligan came on as well. So a really quite a youthful side. And I think a lot of those you'll be seeing a lot more minutes with them this season. As I said, they play Nottingham Forest on Monday. So make yourself get your ass down there. Then they go to Manchester City away on Friday night. So, a couple of really tough fixtures for them. And obviously Woking in the National League Cup on Wednesday. So that'll be interesting indeed. One of the players who played for that game on Saturday, Emeka ADIELE, he played the best part of the week, came on at 62nd minute, so it's pretty much half an hour he played on Saturday. He was then starting for West Ham on Sunday as they played Lille B at Rush Green. He was a couple of players who are in the academy who featured in that match. So ADIELE started. Looking at the side that was played, I think he started at left wing back. It looked like Ollie Scholes played left of the back three alongside Alvarez, although we spoke about that this morning. Lewis Orford also played as well and was believed to have impressed. But a lot these type of matches, they're behind closed doors. I imagine there'll be scouts there as well looking at Lewis potentially on a loan deal, linked with several sort of championship clubs. I think that'd probably be the right level for him potentially. But great to see ADIELE get some minutes, and be put in the shop window, so to speak, for Graham Potter. Very good player. And then for me, once he's part of the next generation, the next pathway coming through. You know, you've got your likes of Lewis and Ollie and Kaylee, and we know Kay and Casey, all those guys. Then you've got the likes of people like Preston. I think maybe Preston, maybe a year, and Edges, maybe they might come to the forefront maybe next year. Someone like Emike, someone like Julia Robinson, these guys potentially could go up. Particularly, I'm thinking also, you know, come AFCONs, you know, we know we're going to be losing Aaron. We know we're going to be losing Diouf. We know we're going to be losing Nayof as well. And yes, we've got cover for them at the moment. We've got KWP. We've got Ollie Skulls. But what happens if there's an injury to them? Someone like Emike could make that difference in terms of that left-hand side. If Ollie gets injured, Julie Robinson as well, potentially on that right-hand side. So it's sort of the plan C, and it's good to see that we're sort of looking ahead, because we could have easily played Ollie at left wing back and dropped him 𝗧𝗛𝗪 maybe as a centre half alongside Alvarez and Mavropanos, or even put like 𝗧𝗛𝗘 in there maybe. He's played centre half, but it was interesting to see the formation they put in. But anyway, that's it, my friends. Thank you very, very much. If you're new around here, give it a like. Let us know. Obviously, we do this Academy show every week. If there's anything you want us to cover, any players you want us to do profiles on, or anything you want us to speak a little bit more about in terms of the Academy, please let us know. It's your show, so we were open for you to let us know exactly what you think about it, what you want more of, what you want less of, that type of thing. All that good, because I want this show to, you know, we did it last season. I want it to keep it going and grow and grow and grow and deliver what you want it to deliver. But anyway, apart from that, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay cold, stay cool, not warm, because it's heat wave here. It will be. Stay hydrated, and I'll see you guys on the Flippity Flop. Much love. Bye.